So we're here at the Alpina booth to find out what's new from Alpina for the upcoming season. And we're going to try and catch up with Steve Quinlaw at Alpina. Hi Steve, how's it going? How's the show going?
We're doing great. We're having a lot of fun and people are enthusiastic about Nordic. A lot, the snow helps, and so we're excited. Our salesmen are really excited about showing the line.
It's been a good season for snow, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been great. We started a little bit pokey, but January's been one of the best we've had in some time. So,
wonderful.
Yep.
Well, tell us what's new from Alpina and we'll get going here.
Well, we got a whole bunch of new things on the boot side, the ski side, the XL poles. Bjorn Dahlie Clothing has a lot of new little technical pieces. A crispy lineup. The new NTN telemark boots are being really well received. So we have a big plate.
Sounds great. We'll look forward to hearing all about it.
Have become a little bit lighter. They're stiffer. They're trying to simplify the tips so that the size of the poles on the bottom end up being very close to the same, so baskets and things are interchangeable. They're making it simple with grips that are easy to replace and also found on different models. A lot of cork, some new straps or straps that makes it easier to go on and off the poles better, and so it's a really compact line, which we had really asked for. Instead of having more models, we want to focus on what we can become good at key price points.
Sounds good. Okay, Steve, so that's XL. Here we have Alpina. Tell us what's happening, what's new for 09, 010.
Well, Alpina, we have established ourselves as a really broad supplier. We cover the categories very well, and we started a long time ago by trying to make it a little bit more simple by looking at categories. So we figured that the line is pretty much divided into four. And when you have a racing or high performance segment, you have a sport performance segment, we have a touring, and then a backcountry segment. Now all of these can be looked upon as broad or they can be narrow depending on kind of the usage. And you can say, well, touring fits into the backcountry as well, but I guess what we mean when we talk about backcountry is there's a couple of different sole configuration that gives the boots a much better platform, quite stable, and is designed for usage that is more out of a prepared track. So if people are looking to go out in the woods or go into areas that are not groomed, then a better platform with the boot and also the ski is certainly much more helpful to the customer. And then when you look at the groomed side of things, you also got to look at, are they going to do more classic or traditional type skiing? Are they going to ski and track, or are they going to skate? And classic and skating, as we know, are two completely different sports. And to do it really well, it would be best to have a classic boot and the best to have a skate-specific boot. But we also know that a lot of people don't do that, so we have developed some boots that are, somewhat of a combination, or kind of our favorite word, we'd call them combi boots, or that can be used for both. And so there's been different models made because of that.
Sounds good. You want to show us something that's new for the upcoming season?
We can do that. I mean, in the race segment, primarily it's tweaks to look at how an athlete, how the feet work, what's better, how can they be faster. So our elite level, it's been more of a tweak here and there. The second level in the racing is pretty much a repeat from last year, was quite successful. A little bit more padding, maybe coaches or people that have their feet maybe not quite as warm. And then you get into the sport performance segment where you have a skate-specific boot, more of a combi-type boot where you can use a little bit of both types of skiing, and a classic-specific. In our sport touring segment, which is relatively wide because in all categories we have men's and ladies specific fitting boots. We do enter into a new boot which we call the ST40. and we took an old skate cuff that we've had for a long time and added some more stability to the boot, but we put it into more of the touring family look. And we think this is going to be a really important boot because price-wise, it's much more palatable than some of the high-end racing. And it has many of the features that the high-end racing boots have. So this would be an ideal kind of a combination or skate boot for anybody for that matter.
Sounds like you've got the boot category well covered.
Yeah, I think so. And then you go into, as you can see on the wall, there are a couple of boots missing, but the backcountry segment has been a strong growth category, and for many companies, but there's a strong appeal in certain parts of the country to go off-piste or ski in the backwoods, so we need a lot of different choices. And here we've added quite a few different models. We are also adding a whole new leather segment, which is important. We have some models with recycled materials. We have a larger offer in the old standard, 75mm sole, which uses a 75mm binding that's been around for some time. But we've updated the boots to give them that stability and make them more rugged for somebody that's going to use a heavier duty ski or do that type of skiing. So that category is definitely growing.
Sounds good. So we're going to find out what's new from Bjorn Dahle here at the Alpina booth. Steve, go ahead.
Yeah, the Bjorn Dahle line has been fun. It's they're offering a little bit different twist to good functional wear to use in the wintertime or anybody that's a lot more active. And obviously here being at the ski show, we're thinking of skiing and high-performance clothing that are designed for somebody that's more active. But the nice end of it, as you can see on our model, is they do have pieces that can be worn by anybody, and it doesn't have to be a racer or somebody that's looking at a high performance. This is one of our really nice technical pieces. It's called the Ambition, this particular jacket, and you can see it's got a lot of details, absolutely dedicated to function. So the body is really staying in the same place. You're moving your arms a lot, and everything is cut and looks much better. And has a wide range of models in the entire line and a great hat line. So we're excited. And Bjorn Dahle being the sponsor of the U.S. ski team, as you can see on the mannequin, you have the full-blown race suit. And so they have everything from the top-of-the-line Ferrari stuff to entry-level active wear for skiing or playing tennis or riding your bike or anything that you want to do. Good-looking stuff.
Very nice. We understand Bjorn's coming to do the American Birkebein this year.
Yeah, he is, and we're excited about it. So, and he is too. He's always wanted to do it. So we're looking to get some promotional activity going with him, and he's very dedicated to MS, which is his mom has MS, and so he's really doing a push and making awareness for that. So we're proud to be a sponsor.
Well, we look forward to catching up with him at the Birkie, and we want to thank you for taking time with us at SIA. Have a great show.
Yeah, thanks a lot.